Good morning and happy Transformational Tuesday. So, we're going to have some conversations. I'm going to start my new series, and it is talking about breaking free from unhappy relationships. And this is the basis of everything in our life. If you ever stopped and looked at yourself, said, what the hell am I doing? This is for you. I want to have real conversations where we talk about how we choose to live the life of somebody else's identity instead of living our own. I know growing up, and I talk about it all the time, I was never taught to move the hell on. So I went through relationship after relationship with the same identity. And you could say to yourself, they were the problem. But in reality, ask yourself, are you the problem? What is your expectation on a relationship that you know that person can't stand up to, right? You spend years trying to change somebody else to fit the identity you want because of a subconscious belief that you've had from somewhere else. Now, so many times we could sit here and we could say that they didn't know how to treat you, but in reality, did you continuously allow them to treat you the way they did and accepted it? Right? You dealt with it. You just pushed it down, or you didn't say nothing. You just walked away. You allow people to treat you. And they say teach somebody how to treat you, and it's a fact. If you continue to allow somebody, like I think I talked about this before. We go through life and we say to ourselves, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to do this, right? Then we get in a relationship or a friendship, it could be anything, and somebody triggers us, right? We don't know what it is, but that one thing just irks our souls. But we don't walk away because we pretend, because we were taught to pretend. Our families, they just accepted people's bullshit, and they kept on moving. If you don't break the cycle of unhappiness, you're going to continue to be unhappy. If everything we do starts with us, you get into now. I've shared my story on several platforms. I've shared it before, but I don't think I went to the deep down of it, the truth, right? Like, certain people have heard my truth and some haven't, but it is seeing the red flags and keep accepting them. Keep ignoring them, right? They're flashing so bright in your eyes. It's like, it's not a mistake, but you be like, oh, maybe I was tripping. Maybe it was me. And you always find a way to bring that situation back to you and blame you. But in the end, if you stopped and asked yourself, why am I dealing with that? Because not the first time it came up, the second time it came up, it's every freaking, like, every week thing, twice a week, 3 times a week. It gets more and more. Let's say that, right? Or you have a conversation about what and how you feel about a certain thing, and it's never settled. It just goes on. So that first situation becomes every other situation in your life. You continuously fight about the same thing, and then the person doesn't want to acknowledge. And this is not an attack on anybody. It's the truth behind the fact that you allow things to happen to you in your life. You allow people to treat you the way you do because you don't nip it in the bud in the beginning, right? Or you talk a good game to everybody else, but then when it comes to you telling that person how you feel, you're tiptoeing around the feeling. You're tiptoeing around how you feel. You're tiptoeing around how they treat you. Every single time you allow somebody to continue to pull you down to where you're not comfortable, you're unhappy, you're telling yourself, this is all I deserve. You continuously sit in a place where you have the power to create the life you want to live, but you keep sitting in the same place in that revolving circle of destruction. That's what I call it. To do what? To prove what to anybody? The real question I want you to ask yourself is, if you hear yourself or something I say touches a nerve, ask yourself, why is it touching a nerve? Or why is this resonate with me right now? Because so many of us don't want more, really. We just talk about it. We don't have the courage to step out because something is holding us back. Something, someone, somewhere, somehow, something is holding you back. But ask yourself, who do I want to be? Who do I want to show up as? What is it I really truly want to embrace right now that either will take you to your next level or take you to your true happiness? Because we deserve to be happy unapologetically, not tied down to anybody, nobody telling you this is you're missing out, right? If you leave me, if you leave, if you don't, we're no longer friends, you lose out. It's you who's going to regret not being a part of what we have going on, not a part of me, because I'm the key to this, to your success. You're not, you by yourself can't go to the next level because it's not you, it's me. I'm the one who's going to help you. I'm the one who made you who you are. Right? They convince you that you are the powerful one, that they are. But in reality, we are all powerful in our own right, and no one is above you. No one. No one gets to tell you you don't get to dream big. No one gets to tell you that you don't get to be who you truly want to be. It's what you believe. Are you believing them, or are you believing what you truly deserve? Are you believing the power that you have to go to your next level, to do the things you want, to be that powerful being you are created to be? Because I'm going to just say it here, nobody's above you. No matter what they think, no matter what they've convinced you, you can make it without them. It's just the subconscious program that's keeping us stuck in the same place, keeping us in the place where we believe we don't deserve more. We believe that everything that we have was because of them, right? But let's ask yourself, are they really the creator behind who you are? Are they who you aspire to be? Are they making you who you are? You truly need to decide today if you want to continue to live the life of somebody else, that story they created for you, or you want to step out and step into what you know you were made to be. You're destined to be, your purpose in life. And some people, they don't know what their purpose is. They don't. But they ignore that internal voice that says they deserve more, that they can have more, they can be more. All the things that your subconscious is blocking when it comes up is what you need to tune into. It's what you need to decide. You have to decide that you want to believe you deserve more, and that you are going to step into that and become who you truly are meant to be. Because no one gets to decide for you. No one gets to tell you who you are. Are you truly creating your own story, or is somebody else telling you what to do? Take the time to stop and ask yourself, who do I want to be? How do I want to show up? And is my identity tied to somebody else, or am I walking in my true purpose? I hope you have an amazing day, and take the time to ask yourself the questions. What is it you want? How do you want to show up? And who do you want to be? I will talk to you again.